What's going on, man? Welcome back to episode 2 of the Messiah Miller Road to Glory. We're back in high school, continuing our high school journey, the last couple games of the season, trying to rack up as many offers as we can. So let's get right into it. So we got game 1 right here. We're down 7 early, but we just got to get a TFL, pass breakup, or interception, and my defensive line doing its job. But that's not really good for me because I'm trying to get an interception or something like that. But you can see I failed the challenge right there. I never got a target, so there's not really too much I can do about that. In this next possession, all we got to do is prevent field goal range, which should be pretty easy. You see me coming up here, making a tackle right here, big hit. We get him down to 30-3, and I'm locking up right here, but my teammate just allows a catch, so they continue to drive. So we can only give up like 20 more yards. You see me locking up right there. We get a big sack. It's third and super duper long. So I call it zone play. We just drop back in zone. They end up handing the ball off, and we get the stop we needed. So I complete that challenge. Then we go back to the lobby after that game, and you can see I get another offer here from this one from Cal, another West Coast school. They're not currently on my list, but I would definitely want to go there if they give me a good opportunity. And then one from Colorado. Finally, they've been on my top 10 for a while. And then another one from Oregon State. So some schools that are on my list or within the range of teams that I would go to are starting to give me offers, so I like that. And shout out Stanford too. And then USC, this is a huge offer right here. One of my favorite schools, obviously. If you know, you know. But I end up dropping in the national rankings, but who cares? I'm getting the offers that I want anyway, so that's all that really matters. So just a quick look at my top 10 right here. You see USC finally offers me, and that's the best offer I have right now. So they're definitely going to jump up to number 1 on my list with ease. And they're projecting me as a second string as a freshman, so I can appreciate that. You know, I do want to start, but you got to take what you can get. And then Colorado gives me an offer as well, projected as second string, so they're definitely moving us to top 2. Shout out Coach Prime. And I'm the second cornerback on their list. I'm the first on USC's list. So USC is far and away number 1 on my list right now. Oregon still has me high in their big board, but they haven't given me an offer. Same thing with Washington, where I'm projected to be a starter, but they haven't given me an offer yet. So I'm still waiting on a whole bunch of offers. You know, hopefully get that Florida one soon as well. See, I failed the challenge last time, but, you know, hopefully get that offer. Either way, I'm not sure if I still can get it, even because I failed the challenge, but we'll just have to wait and see. But Michigan doesn't have me on the top 10 either, but I don't know. I know I'm going to get a lot more offers after a couple of games. I still want to move Michigan up because I do like Michigan as a program nonetheless, especially being in the Big Ten. And I do want to play Ohio State, guard their receivers. You know, they always have a good receiver or 2 or 3 or 4. So that should be fun. And then I'm going to keep Washington there just because I'm projected to be a starter. But you see the schools like I have offers from are in my top 2 right now. So just hoping to see if I get the rest of those offers. But just got to get going to next week. So we advance to next week, and I get another offer from San Jose State. Shout out San Jose State. It's close to home. The big time program in the region for sure. And then another big one from UCLA. Shout out Coach Foster. Technically the ops. 4's down, but hey, it is what it is. And then this is a really nice one too from Utah. They always have a good defense, good coaching staff, so that's a good offer as well. You know, my coach asked me if I'm ready for this upcoming week. He says they like to call a lot of motions and fly sweeps, basically asking me if I'm ready. And of course, and he said I need to get ready to cut my list of schools to determine what's a good fit for me in the future. So, you know, we're going to work on that as well. And then Coach Jerome Moore from Michigan lets me know that I'm fitting exactly what they're looking for and how USC is first on my list. They basically just want to kind of move them up my list, but they haven't offered me. So I'm not really sure what you want me to do, Coach. You got to give me that offer first before you go up higher on my list. So appreciate the love and all that, but can't do too much if you don't give me an offer. I'd love to see me in a Wolverines jersey too, but you got to hold your end of the bargain, Coach. Not my fault, but I'm just going to say thank you. Keep it pushing. Coach Napier from Florida, he's offered me another challenge, so I can appreciate that because I did fail the last one. So I definitely got to take advantage. And back to my top 10, you see, like I said, Michigan has not given me an offer yet. And I'm the 4th corner on their big board. Technically 3rd now because one of them already committed to somewhere else. But they're not even showing me no love, so I don't know what they really expect out of me. Oregon got me as their number 1 corner, so they're going to stay in my top 3 until further notice. And then USC is going to remain at the top as well, along with Colorado, because they both gave me offers. But yeah, I'm just waiting for the rest of those offers, to be honest with you. Florida Challenge coming up, so hopefully they help me out, give me an offer as well. You see I have Syracuse on here, but they don't have me on their big board, so I'm low-key going to replace them because there's no point of them really being on my board, especially if I don't have an offer from them yet. So I'm going to go ahead and replace them with the team I have an offer from, and really I'm eyeing Utah as a replacement team because I really like the program that Utah has. So I'm going to go ahead and replace them with Utah. And then also Texas A&M, LSU still staying on my big board, even though on my top 10, even though LSU doesn't have me on their big board. So I low-key might have to replace them as well. So I'm going to go ahead and do that with Oregon State. They are in the Pac-12, so that's not the greatest. Well, considering what the Pac-12 is turned into. But they have given me an offer. And I kind of like the idea of having a more open schedule. You know, we can play wherever we want to play. So that's pretty cool, but I'm going to definitely move both of them up my board because they have given me offers. So we're going to get into the next game right here. I think this is probably my second to last high school game. Right here, you can see they do a lot of the fly sweep motions that coach was talking about. You see me coming up here making a tackle. They still end up getting the first down, but it's all good. We just got to prevent field goal range on this possession right here. The running back looking kind of good right now. It's about a 7-yard gain, and you can see they're doing this little shuffle motion right here again. And the running back cooking again, and he ends up getting the first down. I got to take him out of bounds, but he's kind of carrying them on his drive, so that's a little bit concerning for the challenge sake at least. And you see him going into motion and run this little whip route right here, and I'm in great position to intercept that one. I was hoping that the quarterback still threw it, but I guess I covered it too well because I did want an interception for sure, but they don't really throw my way, as you can see. But here, finally, I get a ball thrown my way, and I do get a PBU. And, of course, it's when I don't have PBU as a challenge, but it's all good. Still playing good defense for my team. And I get beat up the line right there, but the QB doesn't see it, and he ends up getting sacked. I'm convinced we probably have the best D-line in the nation. I mean, we are modern day, so hey. But my D-line is almost too good for my sake, like, honestly. And as you can see, they come down and get another stop right there. We complete the challenge. On to the next drive. They're deep in their territory, 3rd and 13. We just got to get a stop right here. I got to just successfully press my man, and I don't do that. He hands the ball off, gets it to 4th down. They go for it anyway, which doesn't make much sense. But, hey, I'm not the coach. They hand the ball off. They don't get it, and I failed my challenge. So it is what it is, man. On to the next drive right here. They run another motion. End up hitting the ball. They run that play at least like 3 times. Super duper predictable, but they end up getting a big gain anyway. And on this drive, this is the Florida challenge from earlier, so I just got to get an interception right here. You see me follow my man, and I'm already knowing it's like an RPO flat, so I figured I could pick that one off, but I guess I played it too well, and we ended up getting a sack, so I can't get the interception. But that was a perfect opportunity. And then he runs a whip route right here. I also thought that would be a good opportunity, but my teammate used to target instead and forced the incompletion, but I do fail my challenge as a result. So I failed Florida challenge once again, so I'm not sure if I can get an offer, but I am getting an offer from Arizona. So shout out Arizona, Coach Brennan. Shout out ASU. Forks up. Shout out Coach Dillingham. You know, great program, up and coming. And I do get the Florida offer. I don't know how that works, bro. I failed all of their challenges, but they must really love me. Shout out Coach Napier for giving me the offer anyway. Shout out Fresno State. That's the team I played for my last RTG. If you know, you know. Shout out Fresno State for sure. Another really good NorCal offer. And I do finally get the offer from Michigan. Shout out Coach Jerome Moore for showing love. finally giving me the offer that we were talking about earlier on text message. So I really appreciate that one. And then this is the big one right here. Finally get up my offer from Oregon. Growing up, Oregon was my dream school in real life, for football at least. They're my favorite football team, so this is always big, even if it's just a game. And then finally get my offer from Washington. So yeah, as you can see, I'm rounding out my top 10. I'm getting pretty much all the offers out of my top 10 right now. So I am almost open for all the options that I want. So it's kind of becoming crunch time. I'm gonna have to start cutting my list down. As you can see, I have an offer icon next to almost everybody, if not everybody. So I kind of have to rearrange my top list. I don't have one from Texas or Texas A&M, so I definitely got to replace them. Because, come on, man, you got to offer me at this point. But I'm going to just focus on the schools that I do have an offer from already. And you can see the big list right here. I'm going to move Washington up again to where they are closer to where they were previously, because they were number one before. So I'm just moving back up to one again. Why not? Especially because they're giving me the opportunity to be a starter, which is, I think, the only school to give me that opportunity. So I'm going to move Michigan up as well for the reason I stated previously. And then Oregon, let me see. I mean, it's not like crunch time right now. I don't have to like set a top 3. So this one isn't, super duper important, but you see the offers right here. I'll whittle down my top 3 later on into the next episode. But you see me moving Florida up because I finally did get that offer despite failing the challenges, so that kind of means a lot. But this is my top 10 list as it stands right now. Next week is senior day. Gotta cut my list to my top 3 and finally commit to a program. So stay tuned for the next episode and get ready for the commitment. See y'all.